Fulham against West Ham United, early team news. There are 2 changes to the lineup. One surprise, one maybe not so much a surprise. We're going 4-4-2, which is the first decent, that's not the surprise actually, but we're going 4-4-2. I suggested against the Liverpool game, why didn't Callum Wilson come on when it was 3-1 and maybe we could have pushed on. And then I suggested that maybe he was being saved for the game against Fulham. And I was right, because Callum Wilson is starting. It's 2 up front with Tati Castellanos. And the surprise is that Mavropanos has been dropped. And, dropped. Let's say not dropped, but Jean-Claire Todibo is back in the starting lineup alongside Disasi. So the whole team news is as follows: Hermansen in goal, that hasn't changed. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Jean-Claire Todibo, Axel Disasi, and Malik Diouf. Midfield of Bowen, Somerville, Souček and Fernandez, and the 2 up front is Callum Wilson and Tati Castellanos. So 4-4-2, we're going for it tonight. Magas has been dropped, Mavropanos has been dropped to the bench, but it looks like this is the game where we believe that we can get the 3 points in order to hopefully get us out of the bottom 3. Of course, Man City are hosting Nottingham Forest tonight, so we're hoping for a good result there. The result, Wolves beating Liverpool, kind of puts our game, the 5-2 loss, into some perspective. But isn't it great to see Liverpool lose to a goal that was deflected in the last minute? Good. Because how many games are you going to see in the future where 3 goals against a team are going to be deflections, just like we suffered? So anyway, that's it really. The team news, we're going for it. We're going for a 4-4-2, a traditional 4-4-2. Castellanos has already said that he's a traditional striker. He plays better with another striker with him. So that we've got our wish there. And fingers crossed that we can get the result tonight. Fingers crossed that Man City will beat Nottingham Forest. Fingers crossed that we can beat Fulham. They're going to be a tough team, so this ain't going to be an easy ride. But if we can get ourselves the win that we're hoping for, then by the end of tonight, we might well be out of the bottom 3. And then Spurs host Crystal Palace at tomorrow on Thursday. And if Crystal Palace get a result from them, we could be a point behind Tottenham Hotspur by the end of this week. Of course, Leeds United suffered a defeat, which kind of keeps them back down in that sort of relegation fight. Big game tonight. It's a big game. I think the 4-4-2 will help the likes of Bowen, will help the likes of Somerville. It's going to go out all attack. Hermansen worries me, but that's another story. But he still retains his place in the starting lineup. But it's going to be interesting to see how Jean-Claire Todibo and Axel Disasi play in the centre of the back line. I think that will be quite a formidable formation. I feel sorry for Dinos. I don't think it was so much his fault that we had 5 goals conceded. I think the deflections didn't help against Liverpool. And with the greatest of respect to him, I like Aaron Wan-Bissaka, but his positioning for some of the goals against Liverpool wasn't fantastic. So I'm actually surprised that Wan-Bissaka has kept his place in the starting lineup, but maybe Jean-Claire Todibo can help out in that side. He's agile, a little bit more agile than Mavropanos, but he's an agile player. He can fill some of the gaps pretty easily. So when Wan-Bissaka is marauding down that right wing, Todibo's just a little bit more agile to sort of fill the space. So it's interesting, but clearly Nuno sees this game tonight as a game that we must win, potentially a winnable game, and I'm pleased that we're sticking with a 4-4-2. I would have liked to have seen more changes. I would have liked to have seen the keeper change, but that hasn't happened. But nonetheless, a 4-4-2 with Hermansen, Wan-Bissaka, Todibo, Disasi, Malik Diouf, Bowen, Souček, Fernandez, Somerville, and the two up front being Wilson and Tati Castellanos. Come on, you guys.